Okay, so in this video, we're going to dilate about the origin. We have this segment DE. I'm going to dilate by a scale factor of 1/3, and it's about the origin. So since it's about the origin, you don't have to do more work. All you got to do is take whatever the scale factor is, in this case 1/3, and you're going to multiply it to the x and y value of D to get D prime, and then you're going to multiply the same thing for E to get E prime. So let's go ahead and check it out. So D is located at -3, -6. Okay, and then we have E is located at 3, -3. Now we'll do one ordered pair at a time, so let's work on D to get D prime. Just take the scale factor and multiply to both. So for D prime, I'm going to have the 1/3 multiply to -3. Okay, and then I'm going to have the 1/3 times -6. Now, we have a fraction, and -3 is not a fraction, but just remember, you can always put a number over 1, and that's going to make it much more easier to multiply. So now, for D prime, we're going to go ahead and multiply the numerators. So 1 times -3 is -3. 3 times 1 is 3. For the y values, multiply the numerators. So 1 times -6 is -6. 3 times 1 is 3. So you multiply the numerators and then the denominators. And then whenever you have a fraction, you always ask yourself if you could reduce it. And I can. So D prime becomes -3 divided by 3 is -1. -6 divided by 3 is -2. So that's where it's located. D prime's at -1, -2. So now we have to go ahead and do the same style for E. Now, we know the scale factor is 1/3. Because it's less than 1, that means this image, D prime to E prime, should be smaller than this segment right here, because it's going to get reduced. So let's check to see if we did this correctly. So next for E prime, I'm taking the 1/3, I'm multiplying it by the 3. And then for the y value, do 1/3 times the y value, -3. So again, you're multiplying with the fraction. So let's go ahead and put this over 1. Put this over 1, so we could go ahead and multiply the numerator and denominator. So E prime is at 1 times 3, it's just at 3. The denominator is 3 times 1, 3. 1 times -3, -3, and 3 times 1 is 3. And of course, we could reduce this, so E prime is going to be at 1, -1. So it's going to be right here, 1, -1. That is where E prime is located. So this is my segment. So if you notice, it is smaller because it got reduced. We got dilated by a scale factor of 1/3. So that means this length is 1/3 of the segment DE. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to dilate a segment that's not at the origin.